judge is because he's in public. When you're in public, you cannot offend people. You cannot be discourteous to them in any way, shape, or form within that definition. If, however, he desires to bring before the body any business in which he is personally interested, he should call someone else to the chair. We discussed that a little bit earlier. Take his chances of obtaining the floor, just like other members have to do. Outside parties have no right to the floor. Each member may act in such matters entirely upon his own judgment. Now, lastly, we'll look at motions.
Wait. Outside parties, I would be out of bar.
Outside parties cannot be heard by the floor. See, that's why when you're speaking out of bar and you're standing there in your character as a man, they can't hear you.
Mm-hmm.
They won't acknowledge you. Just be as if a nothing. But that's all right. It will still have a pressing effect upon them. Because even though they can't hear you, doesn't mean they won't hear you. Your words will still go into their ears. It will still cause an effect upon them. Even though in contemplation of law they can't hear you. They're still humans. They can't plug their ears just because in contemplation of law they can't hear you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
I know that they ignored me last time I spoke. So. But whatever. Are you there?
Now, what do you say?
Nothing.
What did you say?
I said I know that that's exactly what they did. They pretended like I wasn't even there.
Well, yeah, they're going to pretend, and of course, in contemplation of law, they can't hear you because of the separation doctrine. We covered that in another audio. I mean, if they didn't hear me, it's because they never heard my Father before me, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they hear not me, then they are not my brethren. We are not one people. I'm a child of God. If they cannot hear me, they're obviously not a child of God. There's nothing we need to discuss because we can't transact business because we are different people. Separation principle. Your only reason for attendance is because